In this video, we are going over question P1A1, just so you can see how this is written. P1 is the header for the section. A is the alphabetical number or placeholder of it, and then question number 1. P1A1. When you answer this question, you're going to write P1A1. That, and then I'm going to put a colon there. And that's how you start every question, with the number, letter number combo, to identify which question you're answering. What are your main healthcare service offerings? Keep in mind there's 2 parts to this question. One is, what is your main healthcare service offering? And then 2, what's the relative importance of each? So main healthcare service offering, main, is most important. Most of us are either long-term care, or assisted living. Sometimes we offer more than just long-term care or assisted living. Sometimes we have organizations that do short-term care. So in addition to long-term care, we also have short-term care. Then a lot of us even have memory care or dementia or some other type of palliative care, that kind of thing. Or we work with people who have TBIs, traumatic brain injuries or something. So what we're asking for is, what are your main healthcare service offerings? Of all the services you offer, which one is the most important, or which ones are the most important? I will say that you want to have between 1 and 3. I would not try to add more than 3 main healthcare service offerings. You probably offer a lot more than 2. You maybe 3, 4, 5 different things you do. Great. But when we're talking about main, we're talking about the most important. And then from this list of most important, the next question is, which is the most important? Like if you had to put these all in order. So let's say that I won't choose memory care. I'll just simply say I have a long-term care center, a short-term that offers short-term, long-term, and we have a 10-bed assisted living. And let's say for this example that I'm a 100-bed building. So then what if I said, you know what? Of all the residents I have, 70 of them are long-term. So I would say, because 70 of them are long-term, I would say the most important thing I do is provide long-term care at 70%. 70% of my residents are long-term care. And then I have short-term care, and I only have 20 short-term care rehab beds, and that's 20%. 20%. And then, as I said, I have an assisted living with a 10-bed, or 10% is assisted living. So you can see that I simply said P1A1, XYZ nursing home. For us, our nursing home is called the Standard Health and Rehab. So we would simply say the Standard Health and Rehab operates a 100-bed building that provides long-term care, short-term rehab, and assisted living services in a busy suburb in Long Island, which is where we are located. Of the 3 services that we offer, long-term care at 70% makes up the bulk of the services we offer, followed by our short-term rehab at 20% and our assisted living center at 10%. That is an example of how you would answer this question, P1A1.